Okay, let's do this. All right. All right, so what's there to talk about? Anything? I did say that we would start with the Hearts of Iron expansion content reveal. So that's what we're going to do. Hearts of Iron 4 is one of the games that I do play. We will start Space News with that, kind of a little bit of an informal start. Some of the Booster 11 Raptors are at McGregor. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. I'm just searching through the links here. All right. After all these years, finally a focus tree for Belgium. Yep. The cone of the hurricane is going straight for the bullseye. Straight for bullseye of Freedom Factory. Yeah. Doesn't look good, man. Onboard video of the NOA plane fly through. Yeah, that... Okay. Cool. So we'll start off with the Hearts of Iron 4 trailer, and then we'll go from there. All right, let's see what we got.
Faithful subjects and brave warriors of the German Empire.
We have finally made them talk. Sorry.
Our Reich now dominates Europe. A testament to the power and resolve of the German nation. One by one, the mighty have fallen. The burdens of their side are being paid back in the fear of our enemies. It is German science that has sharpened our dagger. And it is German science that will deliver
that
our final strike.
Not good. Don't like that. Don't like that. Horton 229's up there.
Hi, my name is Thomas Ornfeld, and I'm the design lead for Hearts of Iron 4. The primary theme for this expansion is the restoration and creation of empire, like restoring Germany after World War I, or even trying to restore the strong Austro-Hungarian Empire. It is also about trying to do the things that allow you to achieve or stop those ambitions, like, for example, the development of various super weapons.
Hi, I'm Manuel Molina. I'm a content designer on Hearts of Iron 4. Playing as Germany, you can play historically and revive the battles and campaigns of World War II, utilizing the swift blitzkrieg tactics. Alternatively, you can try to reinstate the Kaiser and retake the German's old colonial empire. More to the left, you can become the shield of democracy and safeguard Eastern Europe from Soviet aggression. Or steering even more to the left, you can turn communist by taking on the legacy of the Spartacus League and reviving their old ideals, form a German state that is communist with a very big democratic core and spread the revolution abroad. Or you can take a more authoritarian take and deal with the Soviet Union and try to, in a more aggressive way, expand your borders.
I'm gonna say, that sounds like Kaiser right.
The inner circle represents the people at the head of the party, very influential characters that the player can now pick within a new system in Germany to rise within this inner circle, increasing their influence, having them completing their own focuses that will boost German's abilities and also their own abilities, to the point that if some advisors rise too much in power, they could be able to even challenge the position of the supreme leader.
The Rise commissariats have been reworked. They've been given new bonuses to reduce resistance. They've also been expanded on, and they have their own historical leaders.
You can customize their territory, you can customize their leaders with a choice between local leadership or a German
Base
leadership.
news will be starting in a second.
You
I just wanted
can
to see
now
this.
also have decisions to deal with the new territories integrated or conquered, and you will have options to create these rice commissariats in several places, not just Europe, but also Africa, Asia, America, etc.
So, Reichskommissariats are puppet states, German puppet states.
As Austria, first of all, you have to fight against the Anschluss. You can do that in several ways. You can try to build your own strength, or you can try to get help and guarantees from major countries around you. Once you've done that, you want to build something that can rival the German Empire. Be that as a fascist Austria, or reinstating the monarchy, or by turning communist to spread the revolution in Europe.
Hungary is in a bad state after the Great War, but with the new content, the players can rebuild the nation, making up for the lack of manpower with advancements in technology, and ultimately facing and taking revenge on the old enemies. Playing as Austria or Hungary, players can now reform the Austro-Hungarian Empire as a joint faction in case they don't want to create their own faction, which will enable a joint focus tree shared in all parts of this empire to build a stronger whole.
Safe behind the fortress of Eben and Mile, you as a Belgian player want to build a strong
Yeah,
industry
Raiden, Space News will
so
start
that
at the
you
end
can
of this
avoid
video.
becoming the battlefield of Europe once again.
Internally, Belgium is not stable, and players must find a path to keep the country united in the turbulent times ahead. And there's also the question of the true sympathies of the King Leopold III. Congo can now become a key part of the Allied war effort thanks to their abundant resources, but they can also break away from their former colonial lords and try to embrace democratic principles,
sure, Tessa.
Achieve communist ideals, or even form a monarchy with a wide selection of candidates. Special projects represent the research and development of very experimental technology, super weapons, devices that can really change the outcome of the war, be it the America bomber, the Karl Gerard super heavy howitzer, or the Habakkuk project as an ice carrier.
Cool.
Raids are precision strikes against specific targets, such as major oil fields, dams, or experimental facilities developing super weapons. They take a long time to plan, but if executed properly, can seriously hamper your enemy's plans.
Cool. You can go dam busters. Hell yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
My name's Peter Nicholson, Game Director of Hearts of Iron 4 here at Paradox Studio Gold.
What up, Pete?
With the release of Götterdämmerung, we're going to be trying something a little bit new. Namely, the expansion will be part of what we're terming an expansion pass. The pass is both a tool for us to give you guys a roadmap of everything coming over the next year or so, and for you to be able to support that roadmap with a discount on day one. Now you've heard plenty about Götterdämmerung, but that's not all there is to an expansion pass. As our way of saying thank you for supporting us with the pass, you'll get access to 3 new 3D vehicles. The Panzer Selbstfahrerfett 2, the VK3001 prototype, and the super heavy Löwe tank. The first major item you'll receive is the Götterdämmerung expansion, containing special projects, military raids, national focus trees for Austria, Belgium, Belgian Congo, Hungary, and Germany. The second item in the expansion pass is Graveyard of Empires. This is a country pack focusing on Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, and the British Raj. It'll be similar in scope to previous country packs like Battle for the Bosporus and Trial of Allegiance.
Cool.
Lastly, the pass will contain a prototype vehicles unit pack. This will contain an array of 3D models representing vehicles that were tried, tested, or used only in small numbers during the war. It's important to note that each of these items will become available on their release day. And if this method of purchase isn't for you, don't worry. The expansion subscription and the usual methods of purchase aren't going anywhere.
Interesting. Is it bad? Is that it? And I don't mean this in any bad way. Is it bad if that's exactly what I kind of pictured the Hearts of Iron 4 developers to look like? Is that bad? Is that bad? I mean, I'm like, yep, yeah, you guys make Hearts of Iron. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like, straight up. I mean, Pete looks like the kind of guy that directs Hearts of Iron 4. Like, I don't mean anything by it. I'm just like, yeah, that makes perfect sense, dude. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that looks fair. Yeah, that's fair. That is exactly how I pictured the Hearts of Iron 4 developers in my mind. That weird? Maybe a bit, but not for you. I guess. I mean, yeah, that looks cool. We've always had fun. All the Hearts of Iron expansions have been pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Path of Exile dev, yeah. Buy a game or face the wall. That's really compelling. Face the wall, please. All right, cool. That's the Hearts of Iron 4 expansion. We'll probably be playing that. I do like military history and stuff. And Hearts of Iron is a great way of having fun with that. Having fun with people's lives. Anyway, cool. So let me grab the Space News links. You guys have been linking them incessantly. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Most of the Space News updates centers around a very interesting post from SpaceX on X the Everything app. Okay, that's also airplanes. There's some airplane news. Let me get it all kind of dialed in. And let's go there. All right. You have that picture of Milton from the ISS. Somebody linked it, but I think I lost it. National Weather Service confirms Milton back to Category 5. You can feel the wind. Vasi, what is that? Что? Yeah, okay, I have that. I have Adrian's tweet. Oh, so fellas, here's the thing. Tomorrow's schedule is going to be a little bit weird. Actually, you know what? We'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's get first and foremost to the biggest news here. Let's move that there. Let's move that there. So here, this was posted last night when we were playing Workers late night. This was after I stopped Space News. Check this out. SpaceX posted this. Starship's 5th flight test is preparing to launch as soon as October 13th, pending regulatory approval. That's on Sunday. Okay, Skeleton, I got that. Okay, so, okay, Phil, I got it. Look at point 2 on that OLM picture. Okay, we'll do. All right, so check this out. Some interesting news in here. Starship's 5th flight test could launch as soon as October 13th, pending regulatory approval. A live webcast of the flight test will begin about 30 minutes before liftoff, which you can watch here on X at SpaceX. You can also watch the webcast on the new XTV app. The launch window will open as early as 7 a.m. Central Time. As is the case with all developmental testing, the schedule is dynamic and likely to change, so be sure to stay tuned to our X account for updates. Flight 4 was a tremendous success. A fully successful ascent was followed by the first ever booster soft landing in the Gulf of Mexico, and Starship making it through a brilliant re-entry, in bold, before its own landing burn and splashdown in the Indian Ocean. The fifth flight of Starship will aim to take another step towards full and rapid reusability. Primary objectives will be attempting the first ever return to launch site and catch of the Super Heavy booster and another Starship re-entry and landing burn, aiming for an on-target splashdown of Starship in the Indian Ocean. Extensive upgrades ahead of this flight have been made to hardware and software across Super Heavy, Starship, and the launch and catch tower infrastructure at Starbase. SpaceX engineers have spent years preparing and months testing for the booster catch attempt, with technicians pouring tens of thousands of hours into building the infrastructure to maximize our chances for success. We accept no compromises when it comes to ensuring the safety of the public and our team, and the return will only be attempted if conditions are right. Thousands of distinct vehicle and pad criteria must be met prior to a return and catch attempt of the Super Heavy booster, which will require healthy systems on the booster and tower and a manual command from the mission's flight director. If this command is not sent prior to the completion of the boost back burn, or if automated health checks show unacceptable conditions with Super Heavy or the tower, the booster will default to a trajectory that takes it to a landing burn and soft splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. The returning booster will slow down from supersonic speeds, resulting in an audible sonic boom in the area around the landing zone. Generally, the only impact to those in the surrounding area of a sonic boom is the brief thunder-like noise, with variables like weather and distance from the return site determining the magnitude experienced by observers. Starship will fly a similar trajectory as the previous test flight, with splashdowns targeted in the Indian Ocean. This flight path does not require a deorbit burn for re-entry, maximizing public safety while still providing the opportunity to meet our primary objective of a controlled re-entry and soft water landing of Starship. One of the key upgrades on Starship ahead of the flight was a complete rework of its heat shield, with SpaceX technicians spending more than 12,000 man-hours replacing the entire thermal protection system with newer generation tiles, a backup ablative layer, and additional protections between the flap structures. This massive effort, along with updates to the ship's operations and software for re-entry and landing burn, will look to improve upon the previous flight and bring Starship to a soft splashdown at the target area in the Indian Ocean. With each flight building on the learnings from the last, testing improvements in hardware and operations across every facet of Starship, we're on the verge of demonstrating techniques fundamental to Starship's fully and rapidly reusable design. By continuing to push our hardware in a flight environment, and doing so as safely and as frequently as possible, we'll rapidly bring Starship online and revolutionize humanity's ability to access space. And here's a sequence of events. So, that's crazy. So here's the thing. They posted that last night, and I'm like, all right. Take that with a grain of salt. Here's two bits of evidence that I would kind of say is a pretty damn good indicator of what's going on. Okay, so, first and foremost, there was a notice to marine traffic a week ago for the 13th. Nobody paid it any mind because that's one step of the big puzzle that you need. This is the Boca Chica road closures announcement. Primary day, possible closure on the 13th from 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. Let's make sure you follow that like that. Okay, so we have a road closure. We have a notice to marine traffic. So obviously SpaceX is on board, right? Here's the one that kind of tipped me off. An update, this is coming from Adrian. An update issued statement by the FAA does no longer mention the late November target date. So this is Adrian talking to the FAA. And the FAA says, in mid-August, SpaceX submitted new information for its proposed Starship Super Heavy Flight 5 mission. The FAA is continuing to review this information. The FAA will make a licensing determination once SpaceX has met all licensing requirements. That is the big one. That's the big one for me. Phil, there's also NOTAMs, and the WB-57 is scheduled for imagery support on the 13th. Those are two other big things, but that's the big one. The FAA is no longer saying net November. They are saying a licensing determination will be made when SpaceX has met all licensing requirements. The last time the FAA said that exact thing, the target date that SpaceX was saying, even though they didn't have a license, was the day that they launched. Okay? So the FAA changed their tune all of a sudden. Interestingly enough. So, yep, there goes my weekend plans. The FAA also posted the Indian Ocean NOTAMs for the 13th. Notice the airmen. Yep. No deluge stuff, though, interestingly enough. Yep. But, guys, I would say that the FAA not saying it's going to be November, right? It's going to be November. It's going to be November. It's going to be November, right? I would say that that is... They're not saying that anymore. That's a pretty damn good indicator. Am I going to go? I didn't think this would pop up this quickly, so I'm going to be here. Now, speaking of, there was a double deluge test last night if you don't have the links already. They tested it already, Fabricator. What did they do? Have they launched Starships on the weekends yet? I don't know, Adam. I don't really remember. Funny enough, Elon has been in direct contact with Pete Buttigieg, the U.S. Transportation Secretary, mostly concerning North Carolina relief effort. Maybe Elon asked him for help. It's possible, dude. I don't know for sure, but I will say, Baron, that it's nice to see people not at each other's throats. Let me just be real. It's nice to see that. That made me pretty damn happy. Good. Just do that all the time. Everybody will be happy. But anyway, please just do that. Just do that more. Anyway, so this is coming from Jack, so check this out. Oh, baby. Mr. Yak. Mr. Yak. I'm going to get out of Jack's name. Mr. Yak. Mr. Yak! Mr. Yak! The Yak Boyer. I think it is French. That looks to be pretty wishy-washy to me. That's a lot of water. They could also just launch without the FAA. All right, here we go. Here we go. And I'm going to say the same damn thing that I've been saying basically since the start. They're not going to launch without a permit. They're not going to. I have a feeling this whole thing got sorted out pretty quick. Guys, I said this probably about, I don't know, a month ago. I said it on the Flame Trench last week. Guys, they're most likely, this is all just posturing and saber rattling. They're most likely coming to a solution here sooner rather than later, probably because SpaceX is being the squeaky wheel about this. But guys, here's the thing. People have such a damn short memory. The same thing happened last time. The same thing happened last time. Everybody was up in arms about the FAA, right? This was only a couple of months ago, right? No, it wasn't a couple of months ago. It was a little while ago. But actually, that was June. That wasn't that long ago, right? Everybody was up in arms about the licensing, and then they came to an agreement, and they said it was going to be longer, and then it wasn't, and then they launched. All right, look, there are patterns here. There are absolutely patterns here. So once again, that's why I said, like, I wouldn't say, oh, the FAA is right, or oh, SpaceX is right, the FAA sucks, or oh, SpaceX can't launch without a permit. If they do, they're screwed, blah, blah, blah. I think coming down on sides here is kind of foolish because, once again, the FAA, I'll say this once, I'll say it again. And I've had many pilots tell me this. The FAA is not your friend, but they're not your enemy either. They're just there to make sure everybody's safe. That's all. And, like, here's the thing. If SpaceX did screw up on the FAA's watch, right, there would be hell to pay. Just like there was hell to pay with the 737. So they're kind of making sure that they're getting everything done and making sure all their T's are crossed and all their I's are dotted. They're covering their own tail. But also, they want public safety first and foremost, but also you got to make sure that everything is in order if you go to launch this thing, because God forbid if they launched it and somebody got hurt, then you'd have a big problem, right? It's important to leave no mental stone unturned. Doing that now will make sure, listen, all right, doing this now and making sure the FAA going slow and making sure that everything is done correctly in the future will make it easier to launch faster. I've been saying this for a long time. And whether you love SpaceX or you hate SpaceX, I don't really care. That's right. That is the right way to look at this. I've said that from the start. That's the right way. It pays to come up with a regulatory framework working around SpaceX, because that way the FAA adapts to these fast schedules and vice versa, right? You learn to work better and you find a happy medium. That's what government regulator, that's the big word there. That's what these regulations are all about. Remember, a regulator constricts flow in a fluid system, right? If you have a car, oh, here comes the car analogy. That didn't take very long. A fuel pressure regulator is there to make sure that your engine is getting the right amount of fuel at the right pressure. It's not there to constrict or impede the engine. But if your engine gets too much fuel, it's not going to work right. Regulators aren't there.
Oh, this is space. I'm in space.
See Barron's post. No, listen, shut up. No, regulators are there to work at the flow that is requested of them. That's why you have a pressure regulator or a fluid regulator in a fluid system. They're not there to impinge the system and make it not work. Remember that. The FAA can adapt, and they will, and they have. We've seen 4 Starship launches in less than a year. That's unheard of.
Discovery,
Guys, all right,
throttle up.
perspective here. That's faster than the Saturn V. I'm just saying, that's faster. That's way faster than the beginning of the Space Shuttle program. The Space Shuttle program started with 1 launch in 1981 and then 2 launches in 1982. Okay? And then like 5 launches in 1983 once they got 2 orbiters, right? The pace here is absurdly quick for a super heavy launch vehicle, let alone a commercial one. So God, just have some faith. Just have some faith. They'll work it out, and they are going to work it out. I am positive. Like, dude, look, man, all the STEM educators that I know, Das is getting plane tickets. He's getting plane tickets down the Cape. Zach's getting plane tickets. Everyone's getting plane tickets to Brownsville right now. And that is a huge red flag to me. Like, okay, yep, all right. That and the FAA being like, oh, when SpaceX gets all their licensing stuff, we're good to go. So don't make something out of nothing, guys. Don't go barking up the FAA's tree. I've been saying this for a long time. Don't do that. Don't do that. They'll figure it out, and they will. But EJ, we don't have patience anymore. I know. Just the no time for Starship landing has moved closer to Madagascar instead of near Australia. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Das is in Brownsville right now with Mr. Yak. Yeah, man. Has the FAA ever issued NOTAMs in the past if they were uncertain when a flight would happen? No, man. No. Guys, this is exactly what happened before. And okay, all right. Another thing. Okay. They freak you at the drive-thru. They know you're going to be miles away before you got fricked. All right, anyway. Joe Pesci? Look, SpaceX destacked the Starship today. They destacked 30, right? Was it 30? It's 30? Dude, I can't keep track of the damn serial numbers anymore. There's too many. They destacked. Shut up, Leo. Will you shut the freak? Whatever you want, Leo gets. They destacked ship 30. I would assume. I know. Assuming makes you guys a complete donkey's rear end. I'm fine. I'm the streamer. I have no accountability. I can say whatever I want. I'd say whatever I want. They're winners, Chip. Winners get to do what they want. They're destacking, I would assume, for the FT to install the flight termination systems on Starship. If they install the forbidden silly putty, dude, that's a pretty good indicator that what we're seeing is what's going to happen. Like that, what we're seeing with the launch being on the 13th. That's what's going to happen, man. You know? Didn't know it's even faster than the Apollo program. Hexapod, the Apollo program. And this was, keep in mind, this was only for like maybe a year and a half, hit maximum launch cadence of 4 launches a year. Maybe. You could even say 3 if you look at how it's all stacked up together. I mean, don't get me wrong. With the Apollo program, we could have scaled it. You could have scaled it to 12 launches a year with the Saturn V if we had the wherewithal to do that. We certainly had all the systems to do it. 3 mobile launchers, 4 high bays, 2 launch pads. We could have done that. But we didn't. We had, it's a space shuttle. It's reusable, guys. Sorry. Captain, remember your pressure points. Remember your pressure points. Woo-sa. 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 Oh, come on. You love the shuttle. I love the shuttle because it existed, Jackal. Because it existed. Because it actually was a thing. Dude, if I had to choose between that and that thing, give me this thing. I want that. I want that, and then we'll make it do those things later.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Joshua Ford, EFT. Welcome to Mission Control. You go at throttle up. Thank you. Wasn't all that Saturn infrastructure designed to be expanded for even higher launch cadences? Yes. Yes, it was. Von Braun wasn't playing games, man. He wasn't playing games, dude. He's gone full Italian. Hey! Oh! Where's the big rocket? Where is it? It's not there. Oh! Whoa! You know. Por favore, signori. Tu sei un pazzo. Vai via da qui. Che cosa? Gorlami. Anyway, so yeah, guys, I'd say confidence is high, to quote War Games. We have 1 inbound Starship launch. Confidence is high. I would say this is probably going to happen. Italiano. 10 out of 10. Grazie. Grazie, signori. Grazie. Molto bene. Grazie. Anyway, Gemini is still my beloved, but post-Saturn concept give me feeling things. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I too like post-space shuttle concepts. Or post-Saturn concepts. Particularly this one. This one is one of my favorite, Joshua. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. The gumdrop. That one's pretty good. It doesn't look like much, kid, but it got it where it counts. Wasn't the shuttle also designed for super high launch cadence? Yeah, of course, Nova, but so was the Saturn V. I would contend to say that the Saturn V for a super heavy launch vehicle is about as simple as you can make a super heavy launch vehicle, you know? Dude, I think, you know, the shuttle, you could have made a damn good argument of launching the shuttle probably once a week, and I still think they could have done that, right? But you could also probably do that with the Saturn V as well. It's close. I think it would have been, man, you're probably right, it would have been easier to do with the shuttle. And don't get me wrong, if they had launched the shuttle once a week and hit that 48 launches a year launch cadence, oh, we'd be good. Yeah, I would say the shuttle basically decimates all. But it didn't. It didn't do it. We have to compare to what actually happened. We have to compare what actually happened to what actually happened. And in that regard, you get the hindsight that we do. I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? But I think there is something to be said about 12 Saturn V launches a year. You could do it, man. It's possible. The VAB has the facilities. It had, operative word. The VAB had the facilities to do it. You could have done it. It could have supported it with 3 MLs, 4 high bays. You could have gotten that done. Absolutely. Why do you think they are triggering the booster catch attempt manually? Just to be absolutely sure. Zombie, you wouldn't put a human system override in it unless you weren't fully confident in your systems to land it automatically. Augustine strikes again. What is that? Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. Can we hump that? Yeah, yeah, maybe. That looks pretty dodgy. I mean, obese R2-D2. SCRV was a great idea, all right? It was a great idea, and I want it. Stoke is doing that, though. Stoke is coming very close. They should have just built 12 shuttles. The shuttle was supposed to be, they were supposed to be able to build more, Joe. They stopped. They stopped. They were supposed to build more of them. They wanted to build fleets of them, dude. And have squadrons of space shuttles. Like, man, that would have been cool. And the VAB was modular. He could have doubled it up. Sure. Can we pass that knowledge to RocketWorks? I would love to play with launch cadences and production lines. Nova, I fully believe a factory, like a rocket factory video game would gain some traction. I think people would be about that. Think like, actually, like a space DLC for workers and resources is more what I'm talking about. I think people will be about that, especially if you're a Texas Tank Watcher. Just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. A rocket factory video game where you optimize like launch vehicle production. Basically, like a Factorio component built into KSP. That would. You know. Yes, 100%. What's the long face for? Predominant. EJ's hitting max Q. Maximum dynamic pressure. Anyway. When I was a kid, I watched the space shuttle being born. Anytime there was some kind of issue, we'll fix it with Shuttle 2. Bigger, quicker turnaround, less problems, lower costs. The next shuttle was going to solve everything, then they canceled it. That was when I realized my Space 1999 was not in my future. Yeah, Coherent. Yeah, dude. Yeah. We don't have to worry about that, dude, because look, we have Space 1999, man. Look at that. Look at that thing. You know, like, I'm with you, man. Dude, you have no idea. Like, I grew up with the space shuttle just like everybody else did. That's my age and your age, right? We grew up with the shuttle. The shuttle is a spaceship. That's a spaceship. We don't float around in a little tin can no more. We got a spaceship. We're We're getting there, man. Check out the latest filing. I have that TCQ link. I'll check it in a moment. Look at that, dude. I'm sorry. All right, look. Look. Okay. Whatever you want, Leo gets. It is now laundered. There's a picture. There's a thing from Flight 1 here. Give me one moment. There's some footage from Flight 1 here. Give me 1 second. I want to show you guys this. I'm trying to find it here. Give me one moment. Maybe it might be Flight 2. Yeah, I think it might be Flight 2. Give me 1 second. Here, hold on. I'm scrubbed. It's an IR show. Oh, there it is. That's the shot I'm talking about, man. This is from Flight 2. It's this shot. Bro, that looks like Star Wars. That looks like Star Wars, man. That looks like Star Wars. Dude, that's what I mean. That looks like Star Wars, buddy. You know, we watched that footage of the Pillar of Autumn taking off when we were playing Satisfactory a little bit earlier, right? Don't ask me why we're doing Halo things in Satisfactory. You're just gonna have to watch Satisfactory streams and find out. Frick, that's cool. That's sci-fi, man. That's sci-fi. This is sci-fi right here. No one's gotten 33 engines to do that. Nope, not sci-fi. You're sci-fi. Got him. This is where I would watch a Satisfactory stream if it was on. Yeah, not sci-fi anymore. Yep. It's more like sci-fax, baby. 33 engines. 3 in the center. Ring of 10, ring of 20. We need to be down in Texas. Oh God, I'm not, dude. I don't think I could afford plane tickets in time, dude. We'll see. Let me talk to Das. I'll see what we can do. Also, freaking hell, dude. Look at that. Like, you know, we were promised that, and you were promised that with the shuttle. Promised, you know, stuff like 2001 with the shuttle would make it a thing. Right? And then before that, the Apollo generation, you guys were promised Mars by the freaking 70s. This is bullcrap. I'm tired of waiting. And I'm not going to sit here and be critical of the thing that's actually going to do this for a change, you know? Untitled Spacecraft did it a decade ago. Ah, yes. Untitled Spacecraft. Untitled Spacecraft is a pretty damn comprehensive architecture, guys, to be honest with you. It's a little bit unorthodox, right? It's a little bit unorthodox, right? So over here, you have Orion AA2, Minotaur 4 and 5, Athena 2, Taurus 1, Taurus 2. Taurus 2 would be Antares, Falcon 9 1.0, you know, Atlas 551, Delta 4 Medium, Delta 4 Heavy, the Shuttle, Saturn 5, Saturn Nova, SLS Block 2, and then Untitled Spacecraft. it's a pretty good architecture. Yeah, Liam, I'll see what we can do, okay? Starship is something else entirely. Not only its goal is something never achieved before, but it uses some of the most powerful engines ever created. Raptor ain't the most powerful. That's still this one, and then that RD-180 over there. Well, not the RD-180, the RD-170. Yeah, category. Kerbal. Yeah, see, look, untitled spacecraft, man. It's great. Half of these could be vape designs. Sleazy, you said it in my chat, so if you and I want to start a collection of vapes that are rocket-shaped, hit me up. Let's do it. I think that could be a very lucrative business venture. It's not Nova, it's stubby Saturn V. Yeah. The M1 is the biggest engine ever made and never used. Oh, Mowgli, you did it. You gone and done it. You gone and done it. I always make it a thing anytime the M1 comes up. I always make it a thing to show people. Okay? I always make it a thing to show everyone the M1. Oh.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Space vapes, yay! That's a Gemini capsule. That is the upper nozzle, throat, and combustion chamber for the M1. Where's the rest of it? They stopped there. They never made it. The M1, dudes, is a hydrogen F1. It's a Hydrolox F1 upper stage engine. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah. And you see, they made it. But Mowgli is right. It's an evergreen. They never finished making it. They never finished making it, but it exists. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, dude, that turbo pump is huge, man. Oh man. Fun fact. Some of the post-Saturn Nova designs were looking at 8-meter. Yeah, the AJ260. Oh, okay. All right. We're talking about the M1s. All right, fine. We're going to talk about the AJ260s as well. Guess what? Guess what time it is? Time to show the picture. You want to talk big? How's that? How's that for big? Hey, you guys brought it up. Steak, look what you did. That's half of it, by the way. Yeah, that's half of it. So, you see that truck right there? See the truck? See the truck? All right, you want some scale? Here. Truck for scale. Truck for scale. That's that. Right there. Beast mode. Ernok's driving it around, I think, Jim. Yeah, that is a huge SRB. I'm not mad or disappointed. There's your truck for scale. Big engines, baby. But yeah, no, Raptors certainly are amazing in their own regard. How many 260s are required to redirect a Hurricane? Yes? Does that casing still exist? Still on the test stand, Jim? Yeah, it still exists. Joe Barnard could make that. Joe Barnard could make that. Could you ask Scott Manley to pick you up to fly over Texas? I know he lives in California. Yeah, maybe. Where are you? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. It's still on the test stand, dude. They never stopped. They never took it out. That's not it. That is the right facility. Where are you? Where are you, little test stand? Yeah, I'm looking for you. Eh? I think that might be a driving range. Joe Barnard in his latest video revealed his liquid rocket engine and gave no context. Nice. So anyway, it's sitting out there in its test stand in Florida somewhere. It's still in there. It's been in there since they tested it. What they were looking to do is make a solid rocket first stage for the Saturn 1B to reduce costs. Ooh, drag strip. All right. Hell yeah, man. It's at this facility somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it is. I thought it was south, but it's not. Anybody wants to go spelunking and find it, or map lunking? There's some transformers. There is a lot of test stands out there. Yeah. Slappy, 10-month resub.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Thank you. Is this it? Let me see, Wrecker. It's around here somewhere. No. I don't think that's it. That might be the upper casing for it, but no, it's still in its test stand, but its test stand isn't here. What about an S1C derived first stage for the Saturn 1B? They talked about doing that as a stopgap. Maybe it's down here somewhere. I know I'll recognize it if I see it. There's Lake Okie Dokie. Hey, Dukas, been a while. Hope you and Brima are doing well. We're doing well. Dukas, my football team sucks. Like, sucks. That's not cool. But other than that, yeah, I'm good. There's a Falcon Heavy scheduled for Sunday. Is that Europa Clipper? Europy Clippies, as Mr. Yak would say. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Drake May will save us. Drake May ain't gonna do nothing with no O-line, homie. He ain't gonna do nothing. Welcome to the Mayo experience. Can we get Bill back, please? I miss Bill. Go Lions! Yeah, yeah. The Lions are my secondary team. That's the team that my wife likes, and I like Detroit too. So, oof, yeah. Sorry, buddy. Mine seem unable to have any semblance of competent time management. Yeah, but you're doing better than us, right? You're first in the AFC East. You're fine. We suck. We just lost to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins suck. And at least we can all still laugh at the Jets. We can all still laugh at the Jets. Am I right? Am I right, dude? All right. The age of the Cheatriots is over. Yeah, you spelled Super Bowl winners wrong, Festus. Aaron Rodgers is giving Bill the call after today's news about the Jets. Well, dude, wouldn't that be something? Eric, if that happened, that would not be good. But you got to remember, Belichick hates the Jets too. Remember, he's a giant, all right? Hey, Jay, the Jets have won against every high school they've played against. Anyway. All right, back to Starship. So, yeah, M1 engines, AJ260s, and also, let's just the heck did Nick Higgs start? What the actual funkin' waggles is this?
Hey, besties. Rat Girl Summer's over. Time to enter your space era. Our Saturn V's the GOAT. No cap. Galaxy Brain.
See how we pick up our litter? Very mindful, very demure.
Neil Armstrong. He ate and left no crumbs. Cheese. Having a minty bee. Come relax in our newly renovated Rocket Park.
Oh my god!
Sleep, can
Pathfinder got a glow up.
It's giving Rocket Man.
Chat. This earthquake bitch is sending me. Slay. Hey, besties.
This game is so bad! Oh my god! This game's so gosh darn bad, bro! Oh my god! Stop! It's so bad! I'm unfollowing and never thinking about space travel ever again. Stop it! Link. Oh god, I don't want to give you. Oh, just have it. Nick Hague started this. Nick, this is your fault, man. It's just like watching this stream every day. Can we go back to watching how... Can we... Not watching. Can we go back to talking about how much my football team sucks? I think I'd rather talk about that. Just remember, chat, Scooby-Doo toilet, no hat, France, France. Right? No hat, no baseball cap, right? France, France, no hat. Right? That's what they're saying. Idaho Scooby-Doo toilet frizz. France, France, no hat. Or something.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Oh. I think we have a champion in our midst. Whammy. Scary tier 2 95-month resub. STS 95 October 98. Discovery makes another trip to orbit with a space lab and John Gled on board. No cap, you mother. Spain minus the S. Ow. What's up, man? Hey, nice drive. Nice drive, dude. No hat. France, France. Okay. Congratulations, buddy. Also. Okay. There's so much brain rot on space Twitter, it makes my head hurt. Now watch this drive. We're gonna get these terrorist killers. Now watch this drive. If you're trying to find that test site, this might give you some reference. Yeah. It's out there, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, though. Okay. Anyway. Oh. Pretty sure my mind left that video. Yep. Vet toilet, Heinrich Riz. Thanks, buddy. It was a proper day. We have our indie setups down. Gotta go win Petite now. Do it. Do it. Do it. I was watching, man. I had it up on my phone. It's pretty good, dude. Pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway. Did you see this? What? What, this video right here? Boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on your fasten seatbelt sign. Would you please return to your seats with your tray and seat back in the upright lock position? You'll be experiencing some minor turbulence here. No. I'll check it in a second, Goose. I'd do it. I'd do it. I'm not gonna lie, I'd do it. The plane's built for this is a P-3 Orion, Baron. It's built for maritime reconnaissance. It's designed to do this crap. Ryan, track that plane from takeoff? All right. I'd do it. That looks like, dude, I think turbulence is fun. I'm sorry. Turbulence puts me to sleep. I'm like, you know, I don't know what that's about, but. Bro. Visibility is currently 0. Dude, this is awesome.
Thanks.
There's your phone. You drop that.
When you get a chance, can you grab my wallet too? Thanks. Gotta keep these pockets zipped.
This is awesome. I'd do it. It looks like fun. P3 grips, no fricks. Yep, yep. I don't care what it's built for. Flying to a Cat 5 is a big no from me, big dog. I think it's fair to say these guys are flying IFR. Not sure, though. Yes. Somebody wake up, X. Nice. Oh, I'd be right there with you, Nader. That'd be fun. How do spacecraft in the ISS prevent overpressurization? Airliners leak to prevent such things. Got me thinking, how do spacecraft do it? I presume they just don't leak. So, okay, bleed air from the engines, Badger, is what's keeping the cabin pressurized, so it's constantly pumping air into the cabin. So the airplanes are designed to leak. It's basically kind of an open loop system. Air, you get some of the, so what's bleed air? Bleed air is when you have, so your engine, Badger, I'm pretty sure you were here the other day when I talked about what a jet engine does. It sucks in all the air and then compresses it into a plenum, and that plenum goes into a combustor, right? There's a tap from that on the engines, and that's what feeds into the cabin, right? So when you're flying in an airplane, you ever notice how the jets, the fans that you have are like when the plane's actually flying are way stronger? Yeah, because of the ventilation system. The planes aren't completely airtight because you're constantly pumping air in. Because you're pumping air from the bleed air in, yeah, they just let it leak. It's fine. That's a good way to do it. Spacecraft don't do that. They usually recycle everything, and because they recycle everything, they tend to stay closed loop, or at least as close as they can get to closed loop, right? You're still going to leak a little bit. They have to bring up air every once in a while. It does happen. But yeah, that's not, with that being said, the ISS does leak. It does leak a little bit. Tagged you in a quick post on Discord. Kind of amusing. Generally speaking. Oh, yeah, there you go. I do not leak. You leak. Yep, yep. Yeah, the planes have bleed air. Fun fact. Some planes use that bleed air to make RCS. Anybody know? So, there are some VTOL planes, jump jets, that use the bleed air from the engine to actually have RCS, to have jets that actually steer the attitude of the plane. Yep. If you look at a Harrier, right? See that little guy on the side? See this little pod right here? RCS, baby. Yep. I tried to convince the Kerbal developers for the longest time, the Kerbal 1 developers. I tried to convince the Kerbal developers to put an RCS in the game that works off of intake air. But yeah, that never happened. It's not nitrogen, no, it's just bleed air. It's just a pressurized air system, Helzikin. They're using that as the RCS. Yep, yep. Yeah, baby. The P3 from that video has some upgrades. Is this the one from... Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, that P3's been upgraded a little bit. Did you see this? A new Strato launcher video. I haven't seen it yet, Thomas. I'll open it up. That's mostly nitrogen anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say that it's nitrogen, huh? So, like, in The Martian when he flies with a hole in his suit? Yeah, kind of like that, Jack, yeah. Why is NOAA the Department of Commerce? Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, cool plane. What is this, Goalie? What do you got for me? This might be loud. Because its roots are in agriculture. Okay. This might get loud. The F-35 does the same thing, too, for what it's worth. Oh, Max Q! And it's gone. I'm alright. I'm alright. Oh. Whoa. Stand up. No. No. No, you stand up. I'm not standing up. Hi, I'm looking for Ray Finkel and a new pair of shorts. What do you know about Ray Finkel? Have you seen an F-35 in real life? Yes. Yes, I have. I've seen an F-35B fly around. It's ridiculous. Yep. He thinks he's an SR-71 pilot. He thinks he's people. Anyway. By the way, what looks like the world's tallest cherry picker recently made its back down from Starship's Common Dome just a bit ago on Starbase Live. I wonder what they may have been doing there. I wonder. All right. Well, I want to get back more into Starships, to some Starship stuff in a moment here. Let's check out Thomas's Strato launcher video. Strato. Talon A2 is Strato Launcher's first recoverable autonomous hypersonic testbed designed to repeatedly air launch, fly a hypersonic trajectory, and land on a standard runway. It represents a new era of low-risk, affordable, and routine access to the hypersonic environment. Take a look inside Strato Launcher's preparation for various aspects of this historic flight, including expanding capabilities of the air launch platform and the world's largest flight aircraft, Rock, and verifying the Talon A2 various subsystems and landing hardware. Don't mind if I do. What are you doing on Sunday, you mom? NOA ordered 2 C-130s to replace that P-3. Oh, all right. I'm looking for S-Master's link. I don't see it. There's so many freaking links. There's so many links. I do not see. Oh.
First hypersonic vehicle that can
watch
autonomously land and be reused. It's all hands on deck here in Mojave as we get our systems ready and operational for the Talon missions.
TA-2 is designed to be dropped off in the carrier aircraft Rock, boost up to speeds above Mach 5, and then land at Vandenberg Space Force Base. The TA-2 mission is really important because we're carrying customer payloads through these very harsh hypersonic flight environments, and then we have to get them back at the end of the day.
The reusability aspect is key. It provides researchers the capability of receiving their payloads back, studying them, and potentially flying that same payload at the same or a different condition. We were incredibly successful with TA-0 and TA-1, accomplishing all of our test objectives.
Based on the performance of those two vehicles, we know TA-2 can hit these objectives. We just have to go out and prove it. Over the past couple months, TA-2 has been undergoing a very thorough testing process, starting with the basic system level tests. So from there, we test all the other subsystems in Talon. We test the flight controls.
Oh, look,
test
flutter
the
excitation.
propulsion system. We test the flight termination system. One of the system level tests for the radar altimeter was actually testing on the TA-2 vehicle. It involved hoisting Talon over 60 feet up in the air and testing how the radar altimeter fed data into the Talon system. Oh yeah, we got great data. Learned a lot, and overall it's behaving very, very well. So yeah, on top of the various subsystems that we test on the TA-2 vehicle, to test the ground handling of Talon on the runway after it lands, instead of bringing TA-2 out there and driving it down the runway, we built a mass representative simulation of Talon to be able to test the ground handling characteristics.
In order to improve the performance of TA-2, the carrier aircraft team has had to take Rock higher and faster to provide TA-2 the optimal conditions for hypersonic flight. Also, over the past several months, we have qualified an additional 3 pilots that are capable of flying Rock. We are a collection of a handful of engineers, a handful of technicians, and as a small team, we are able to carry out incredible missions at a mind-numbing pace.
We've gone from an untested vehicle delivered from manufacturing to a flight-ready Talon vehicle in just a couple months. We've done over 20 complex tests in that time. The rate at which we learn things on Talon is directly tied to the rate at which we test. So we really try to embrace that and test the riskiest things on this vehicle as early as we can so that we learn and we can make changes as needed.
After the successful flight and landing of TA-2, we intend on recovering this vehicle so that we can refurbish it and turn around another hypersonic flight at a record pace.
Well then, that's pretty neat. Well then, that's pretty neat.
60 feet up in the air.
Also, fellas, did you see it? Thomas, I know you saw it. I know you saw it. You seen it. It was there. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. You seen it. It was there. Oh, yeah. That's Cosmic Girl, or ex-Cosmic Girl, I should say. See that thing? That thing's launched stuff into space, man. Stratolaunch bought it, dudes. Oh, yeah. Now named the Spirit of Mojave. Spirit of Mojave's cool. That's a good name. But also, Cosmic Girl's pretty badass, man. Do you know its registration? No, I don't. Thomas, what do you know what the tail number is for that 747? I think it was November 747 VG. I think that's what it was. I think. Could be wrong. November 744 Vice Grip. No, Victor Golf. Yeah, yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, still awesome. Awesome plane. November 744 Victor Golf. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, I was close. But yeah, they have her. She's back there, so it's not going to waste. And this Talon vehicle looks pretty sick. Actually, that looks pretty badass. Should launch one into space. Just saying. Should launch one into space. That'd be pretty poggers. That'd be pretty poggies. That'd be pretty Scooby-Doo toilet. Scooby-Doo toilet, Ligma, Idaho. France, no hat. I'm not going to stop doing that. Sorry. Powered by a Ursa Major Hadley. Yeah, baby. EJ, please no. What? You don't like that? It's pretty Ligma. Yeah. What did I come back to? Just hypersonics and brain rot. All in one stream. I am your one-stop shop for the internet. Considering rock size, it looks like it could be scaled up to orbital size. Rock is definitely good enough to carry something that could get a sizable payload to orbit, dude. Yeah, it's definitely designed to get a sizable payload to orbit. Yeah. SpaceX was talking about putting a medium launch vehicle on this at one point. Falcon 5, that was like, that plan not happening, not even close. But it could. This thing can lift, man. Rock, that thing right there has 6 747 engines on it, guys. 6 of them. And there's not a lot of anything else on there. Yeah. It's very light for its size, and it's got a lot of power. Oh, man, I forgot about that. That was a long time ago. Falcon 5 Air, remember? Remember Falcon 5 Air? Could it launch a rideshare mini satellites to orbit? No. No, Max. Probably. Dude, if you put a good vehicle on this, like, let's say you put, like, Electron on this and just were able to somehow get Electron to air start and, like, launch into space, right? You'd probably increase its payload capacity by maybe a metric ton. Maybe. The truth of the matter is that the rock needs to, in order for like a stratolauncher to really work, you need to be able to lift something like the size of Falcon 9 and as heavy as Falcon 9 to like 30, 40,000 feet for it to really even make a little bit of a difference. Think about how fast Falcon 9 gets to that height. Would it help? Yeah, but you'd have to build a plane that can lift like 6 times the mass of the plane itself, right? But yeah, this thing would be good for small sat launching. Pretty damn good for small sats. Or something like, well, hypersonic test beds. That's the same plane that launched White Knight. No. That plane is way smaller, dude. Way smaller. Anyway, so that's cool. Good stuff coming from Stratolaunch. I'm trying to get through that. We've got through that. Got through that. Okay. Starship stuff. Let's roll. Who built the plane? Stratolaunch built the plane. It's in-house, Vargon. Stratolaunch was Paul Allen. Paul Allen's company until he passed away. But they're still going, which is good. Please talk to DOS. NSF fans would love to have you there for Flight 5. Super Chats would cover your flight in minutes, trust me. All right. I'll talk to him right now, Pat. So, Flight 5. Yay or nay for the 13th? To be honest, I'd prefer your at-home coverage. Yeah, I've been getting that a lot. I think it's going to be too close. Okay, well, we'll see what he says. Have you been to Boca? Never been. Wanted to go. Did a brake job instead. The brakes worked. You need Starlink? Yeah. We'll see what happens. I prefer the at-home. Me too, guys. I like doing coverage here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love watching your reaction for Flight 4, literally jumping out of your seat from the soft splashdown just because I thought it was gonna fail, Snake. I'm like, dude, no. Okay, the last time a tiled spacecraft went through re-entry with a hole in its heat shield, it didn't end well. Okay. That's what blew my mind. If anything, Flight 4 was poetic, dude. I've always said, Snake, like, I know you haven't been watching for very long. I'm a diehard shuttle guy, just like Chris B, just like, Sawyer. We're all diehard shuttle guys because that's what we grew up with. But the shuttle program concluding left an extremely sour taste in my mouth as a spaceflight fan. I hated it. How everybody said reusability makes no sense. Reusability makes no sense. Reusability makes no sense. The shuttle proved that reusability makes no sense. I had to deal with that on stream all day. When I was streaming 2013, 2014, 2015, people would come in and say, shuttle's a piece of junk. It's a piece of junk. Reusability doesn't work. You're trying to make reusable spacecraft in Kerbal. You saw, like... To have Starship go through re-entry... Not only, Starship's supposed to be fully reusable, and I really hope it does. I want it to vindicate my shuttle. I've always said that Starship will vindicate the shuttle. It'll prove that full reuse was a good idea. It'll prove it. I mean, I get it, shuttle's partially reusable. Falcon 9 has arguably already proved partial reuse is a good idea, right? If you're scaling launches. That's the big asterisk there. I understand that. But... to see Starship have a hole punched through its flap and it didn't freaking care and it made it right through, there's something poetic about that to me. Really, it's vindicating the shuttle in more ways than one. Did you see Falcon Heavy with Das in 2018? I thought I heard you in the reaction vid. Oh, I'm there with him, Bargon. I'm in that video. I'm the one that's yelling, like metal screaming. Oh, yeah, that's me. Stick the landing, baby. Yeah, that's me. Oh, that's me. So yeah, I love Starship, man. I really wanted to prove all the haters wrong, and I think it will. Your tender northern skin would melt in Boca anyways. It's always hot down in these parts. Please, I lived in Florida. Give me a freaking break. I knew I recognized it. Yeah, Vargon, that was way back in the day, dude. I remember that. It was nuts. That was me, Das, Popsky was there, Space Pat was there. My one of my moderators, Big D Johnson, was there. Good buddy of mine. Yeah. Good times, dude. Good times. And Starship is more of those good times. There was that Hubble service documentary in IMAX that I regularly revisit to listen to the terrific sound of Shuttle Atlantis launch. Yeah, Max Q, there you go. I would love to. Oh, hang on, I got a message back. Okay, yeah. We'll that just sealed. I can't say what he said, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna be here with you guys over the weekend, okay? We'll go down another time, okay? All right. Okay. So the coverage will be here. But this is actually a good time to say, I will be doing the Raptor Side chats this week with NSF. So at 3 p.m., you're going to see Raptor Side chats on this stream here. So that's kind of like NSF's daily Starship update thing. So yeah, we're going to have to shift around space news a little bit, at least temporarily for the next couple of days. So I'm scheduled for the Raptor Side chat tomorrow at 3. So yeah, it's only 60 minutes, and then I think that probably should count for the space news for the day. So we'll play games. We'll play more games instead. Yeah. I need to play Satisfactory. We gotta get cooking. Did you check out the flyover pics of the Raptors from Flight 4 that arrived back at McGregor's? I actually have that next bit of stuff kind of teed up here. Starship Launchpad parts, etc., etc. And yeah, here we go. There was also this before we go back to Starship. Man, you really want me to share this, huh? 750 and 600 ready for storm work. Oh. Hold on one second, Tessa. We'll cover the rare Steve here in a second. There's heavy equipment. Goalie linked heavy equipment. I want the heavy equipment. Big twins, Basil. Twins. Oh, Oh, golly, these are so freaking cool. Yeah, those are freaking sweet. The booms alone are 90,000 pounds. Yeah, baby. Those are telescoping roller cranes, guys. Ho, ho, ho. Those are the big boys. That's a big crane, dude. That is a big crane. All right, cool. Now on to something completely different. Rare Steve and maybe Alan phenomenon in Northern Lights dazzle in the UK skies. Skywatchers on Monday night were treated to the rare phenomenon known as Steve. While Steve can look like the aurora and often appears during a showing of the Northern Lights, it is fundamentally different. Steve is a relatively new scientific discovery, and last night was spotted in parts of Scotland and northeast England. There was also some spectacular sightings of the Northern Lights as far south as Buckinghamshire and Norfolk. What is Steve? Who is Steve? Where did he come from, and where did he go? Steve, or to give it its full name, the Strong Thermal Emission Velocity Enhancement, is unpredictable and only lasts for a short time. Little is known about its formation and why it can sometimes appear during an aurora display. But scientists at the European Space Agency have been using satellites, known as swarm satellites, to gain a better understanding on how Steve forms. While auroras happen in an... I'm sorry. While auroras happen in an oval shape, Steve appears as a ribbon and lasts for 20 minutes to an hour before disappearing. I can't do this. All right. Scientists suggest it compromises a fast-moving stream of extremely hot particles called a subauroral ion drift, or SED. As Steve is unpredictable and only lasts for short periods of time, recording occurrences from the ground is rare. The last sighting of Steve in the UK were back in November of 2023. While there have been photographs of Steve for decades, it only got the name Steve in 2016 following a United States citizen project funded by NASA and the National Science Foundation. You should do this on the flash with no explanation. Dude, I don't think I can keep a straight face, man. Where does Steve come from? The inspiration behind the glow's name is thought to be a scene from the animated movie Over the Hedge. In it, a group of animals awake from hibernation to find what to them is another awe-inspiring phenomenon. A big garden hedge. Proper hedge. What is that thing? One creature says. I'd be a lot less afraid if I just knew what it was called, another says. Before a squirrel recommends calling it Steve. I'm a lot less scared of Steve. Another... Another animal replies. Scientists later adapted the name into an acronym, the Strong Thermal Emission Velocity Enhancement. And it's not just skywatchers who've shown an interest in Steve. In 2019, the Canadian government minted a collector's coin worth $20, featuring the mysterious streaks of light. Northern Lights also visible. As well as Steve, the Northern Lights were spotted across the UK through Monday night and early into Tuesday morning. There were sightings from our BBC weather watchers from the Western Isles, Buckinghamshire, and as far south as Kent. Activity on the sun has remained high since one of the largest solar flares in 7 years last week. Solar winds have sent charged particles towards Earth with aurora expected over the last few nights. However, it has been too cloudy for... Typical. It has been too cloudy for most, with the timing of the aurora not quite coinciding with UK nighttime. More sightings of the Northern Lights are possible in the next few nights, clouds permitting. So no, as solar activity remains relatively high. Oh, that's cool, Tessa. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's not Alan. That's not Alan. It's Steve. Steve! 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 Sorry, it was a BBC article. I had to read it that way. I'm in the southeast of England and saw the Northern Lights from my garden a couple months ago. Oh, no way, Jack. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, I love how he's casually like, sometimes in the UK it's cloudy, and that makes it hard to see things in the sky. Like, yeah, that happens. Flight 5 patch. Your Flight 5 patch arrived. All right, dude. Nice. That was actually the best one yet. You sound like a 1950s UK radio commentator. That was the whole point. This is the BBC World Service. You're listening to the British Overseas Radio Service. You got 4 days till Flame Trench. Plenty of time to practice it. Oh, jeez. I saw Alan. I saw Alan. It's Steve. 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 I love that you only broke character to make fun of the weather. That article's lying. It's always cloudy. Yeah, right? Like, he says sometimes it's not cloudy. So like one person in the north saw it maybe for like 1 second. And before they could get their phone out, it just became cloudy again. Like, that's how that, Jack, that's how that went down. I have challenged you to a Lancashire accent. I don't know how to speak that correctly. You need to cover Flight 5 in this voice now. No, lads, I will not be doing that. Dude, I can't even cover a Starship flight in my own voice, let alone an like trying to do an accent on top of that. I can't even cover it in my own voice. I'm just like, you know, like, I can't. Dude, what makes you think I can cover it in somebody else's voice? You know. Anyway, all right. And that was your local BBC update. And now on to something completely different. Do you sweet talk Remo with that accent? No. No, I do not. Absolutely bloody marvelous, mate. Right. Righto. Absolutely not. The only other one that I can get really good is doing an impression of Chris Kamara. I don't know, Jeff. I must have missed that. Red card. Red card. No, I thought it was something come off, but I thought it was putting a sub on. Brilliant reporting here on Gillette Soccer Saturdays. That's the only other thing I got. But get your fingers out. Get your fingers out. That's still funny, man. Get your fingers out. Oh, no, it's all, I don't know, Jeff. He looks so confused. That's the best part. He's just like, I don't remember that happening. You do a good Hank Hill? Well, I tell you what, boy, I definitely do. Now, speaking of Hank Hill, let's go down deep into the heart of Texas here, boy. So NSF did. Now I can't talk. Now I cannot talk. Unique, New York. She sells seashells by the seashore. There we go. All right, we're good. Check the date on that, boy. Oh, that's from August 8th. Who linked this? This is from a long time ago. Oh, this was pertinent to a conversation that we were talking about. That's why this link got caught up. This was pertinent to something from a little while back. Thank you. Anyway. Yeah, Fabricator, that's right. You linked that up. That's right. Irish wristwatch. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers every day, how many pipes of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Boom! That's not how you say it, but it was good. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Sorry. I won't do that again. So, this is coming from Chris. In Yorkshire. Freaking Yorkshire, mate. NSF's Gary Blair spots some of Booster 11's recovered engines at SpaceX McGregor during his latest fly past the test facility. Fly past? Was that some kind of silly nanny word that you lot came up with? Predominant, what in the name of Sir Isaac H. Newton is that? Thanks. I hate it. Honestly, canards, so dead to me. Also, gun ports on your wing leading edge in a straight delta wing design of re-entry vehicle, probably not the smartest idea. They tried that once. They tried putting holes in the wing leading edge. Yeah. They tried that. All right. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, back to this. So, what do we got? Lancashire's next to Yorkshire, and you need practice. Yeah, all right. So gotta get a lot of practice. All right, let's see what we got here. Dude. Dude! All right. Yeah, baby. So, in case you don't speak dude, those are Raptor engines from Booster 11. Those are Raptor engines from Booster 11. Those are the Raptors that they fished out of the ocean. And they're just at McGregor. Oh, baby. Yeah, dude. I reckon they're going to try to fire a couple. Tessa, what did I say? I said when they pull these Raptors out, I'll bet you if they take the nozzle off, put a new nozzle on, you might be able to get this thing working. If the turbine machinery isn't completely screwed, like completely screwed, you might be able to get some of these suckers working if you take the nozzle off. That really gets the almonds activated. That really gets the noggin jogging. That really gets your silly nannies in a bunch. Or something. I don't know. That sounds like something they'd say. Those ones are the trolleys at the top. They look like new nozzles. Those are Vactors over there, dude. Yeah. That one is missing some turbine machinery. That really activates my charcoal. Also, I just want to point out the vast amount of jigs of transport pallets that SpaceX has for engines right there. They just have stacks of transporting pallets for Vactors. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty Scooby-Doo, Ligma, Idaho, Frizz, France, no hat. Or something. I don't know. That's what the kids told me to say. But yeah, looks like they did take the nozzle off. Either that or they recovered the motor split in half. But see, you definitely said dude. Yeah, I think I did at least once. Crazy that SpaceX is beating ULA at smart reuse. Sure. Omaha, 351, Rover, sit, hut. I'm ready to go in, coach. Just give me a chance. I know there's a lot riding on it, but it's all psychological. So, see those two right there? This is especially cool. Those are Raptor centers. Those are center motors. So, yeah, those are the engines that did the landing burn, guys. Those are the ones that did the Booster 11 landing burn. So I'm sure there's some good data there. Yeah, that's really, really cool that they got the center engines back. Laces out, Dan. Oh, dude. Tessa, somebody finkled it over the weekend. It was really funny. They botched the hold and they booted it. I think that was the Bengals that snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Yeah. Somebody finkled it. I mean, the hold was bad, so it's not necessarily finkling it, but it's close enough. Ray Finkle. Do you reckon they'll fish the Starship remains up too, or do you reckon China has scooped those up already? China ain't getting anywhere near those things, Riv. Because SpaceX scooped them up. The bungles. The bungles indeed. So Riv, maybe this answers your question. Jack took this yesterday. The gun is digging into my hip. 2 serial number 284s. Oh, yeah. Does that answer your question?
What?
I agree with Jack. Bro, they got the entire bulkhead of that thing I don't know if you guys saw me share this yesterday. They got the entire freaking bulkhead of this. He was asking about the second stage. Oh, that's still the first stage. Riv, sorry, if you were asking about Starship itself, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that dude, that thing is in super deep water. Yeah. Yeah, that I'm not sure anyone's getting at that anytime soon. I don't think SpaceX got Starship remains back from the Indian Ocean, but I doubt China will either. Deep sea recovery is insanely difficult, guys. I would honestly, I would say it is easier to put someone on the surface of the moon than it would be to get something back from like a couple miles down or like 4 or 5 kilometers down. Yeah, it's probably easier to put somebody on the moon. In space, you really only have to deal with a pressure delta of about 1 bar between vacuum and the inside of the spacecraft and outside, right? You go down to where Starship is at the bottom of the Indian Ocean, right? That your pressure differential is a little bit higher. It's a little bit of a harder problem to solve. So what you're saying is that the U.S. could totally do it. Hey, Project Azorian was a good idea, Hokie. All right, it was a good idea. We should have kept that. That would be super useful. Yeah, maybe, caveman. Who knows? They've raised pieces of the Titanic. Yeah, they've gotten like a couple of boots and maybe some folding chairs back, caveman. The biggest piece of ship ever recovered off of the ocean floor was done by Project Azorian. Pythos, what did you do? Project Azorian was a ship that was commissioned by a shell company of the CIA to go and basically pull a submarine off the ocean floor at depth. Yeah, Azorian is insane, dude. They went to get K-19 or K-129. Project Azorian looked like an oil drilling ship, except in the bay, in the center of the ship, amidships, they had a well deck, and that well deck had a jig piece that basically went down and had grabber arms and was supposed to pick the damn submarine up. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Animad, Sitherly had a 54-month and Animated Verser had a 72-month B, maybe? Oh, whoa, I didn't know about this. Interesting. That's the biggest thing. There's a large section of the Titanic starboard hull extracted from the wreck. Recovered in 1998 is the largest piece of the wreck. That's the largest piece of the Titanic. Dude, Project Azorian got half of that submarine from the bottom of the ocean. Half of the submarine. So that's still cool. Like, don't get me wrong, that's still pretty rad. What do we have a hype train that Sarah?
Oh, this is space.
Sarah,
I'm in space.
Tier 1 6 months in advance, 88 months, C. Predominant gifted a sub to the letter C. The Glomar Explorer got scrapped, Talon. Did the other half break? It did, Vargon. That's exactly what happened. It broke. Like I said, deep sea recovery is insanely difficult. I did not know about this. How did I not know about this? Yo, that's a piece of the Titanic. That's super cool. And look, you could show that when you make a ship out of really, really impure metal, it's not good for it. Where is this? It's at the Luxor? The hull ended up being stored in Boston and broken into 2 parts due to some concerns about its size transporting and exhibiting. The second piece was not very large and was just an extending part. Before being cleared, it had many rusticles. Yes. Why is it at the Luxor, man? Of course it would end up in Vegas. Why wouldn't it? They scrapped it in China, so I wouldn't be 100% sure it was really scrapped. We let them... John, I have thoughts. I have thoughts. Not good ones, but I have thoughts. Nothing. Are we stupid? Are we stupid? Are we stupid? All right, whatever. Yes. We're so screwed. No, it's fine. No doom and gloom here. No doom and gloom. Damn it. Stupid. What are we doing? Oh my goodness. It's like we live for it or something, Tessa. This is... Okay, subject change. Yeah, Snake, the US fished out. Yeah, Project Azorian. You want to hear about an engineering marvel? Project Azorian. Hydrostatic gimbal bearings. Really, really, really cutting edge stuff for the time. Have you watched Guy Martin? No, Pat, but I know who Guy Martin is, and I know about Isle of Man. And it's the closest thing that we've got to pod racing. And about as dangerous. And you know what? I'm here for it. Would I do it myself? No, I'd die. I would die. I'd die. But also, Guy Martin. Or is that guy? Yeah, no, that's the right guy I'm thinking of, right? He does a lot more since the Taurus Trophy. He does TV now. Guy Martin is such a cool guy. You should totally stream from the Taurus Trophy one year, though. I would love to. You'd love his engineering TV show? Guy Martin does an engineering TV show? Oh, I'm on board. I'm in. You son of a gun. I'm in. And Grimlock, as to why the piece of Titanic is at the Luxor, I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, anyway, more space news. Dude! Oh, SR5 4x4. Check out that 4x4. Well, how about one day you and I, Jennifer, take that up to the lake? Bro, he's like Colin Firth levels of bonkers. Good, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man. His prized possession is a Merlin engine. Very good. Oh. All right. Tell Yak about it? Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure I know what that is. That is a 88 or an 89 Toyota SR5. Before we do it, we have to get the make right. Before we do it, and we'll go over the launchpad part in a second. Render of the OLM. I got it, Skeleton. Thank you. We have to tell Jack about the car endeavors. Oh. Also, Peterbilt. That thing is a beast. Look at that truck. Dude, that thing looks like it's got super singles on it. What a monster. All right, anyway. All right, back. All right. Let's just make sure. That is a 1988 Toyota It's not called anything. Fun fact that in the 80s they didn't call it a Hilux here. They just called it a Toyota 4x4. All right. There's the Yoder. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Dude, Toyota. You think he'll get a kick out of this? France, no hat? Yes. No? You don't think he'll get a kick out of it? All right. Never like cars. Learn to drive when you learn to drink. That's probably not a good thing. All right, let's just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. All right, anyway. All right, we'll leave it at that. So, these are more parts for the OLM. We already got through that. Before you wised up, drinking and driving is what you did for fun. That's probably anyway. All right. So we talked about this. This one only has two. It has two clevises. Clevi? So this is a corner piece, dudes. This is the corner piece for the OLM. Once again, unwelded edge. The unpainted edges are the edges that they're going to stick weld to get this, to hook this thing together. Yeah, Fabricator, this is definitely a corner piece. Yeah, so this is RGV right here. The corner piece is going to go basically right here. The RGV's picture is actually super useful. These pieces, we kind of figured out, or at least I think we figured out that these pieces actually go on top of this. The pieces that Jack has a picture of here, and he took the ones that we looked at yesterday, Toyota pickup. These are upside down. This is the deck of the mobile launcher right here. That's the deck. So this piece is being shipped upside down, probably because that part's extremely heavy because it's a solid plate of steel. When is the launch? Sunday. Zeb, take my normal start time at noontime Eastern and minus 4 hours from that. The picture on the right is from yesterday. Yes, Creeper, that's right. So you can see right here, these little slits right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc., etc. Those are all angled right there to support a circular structure, or circular akin structure, because hold down points for super heavy. This is a completely different design here than OLM1, which is pretty crazy. Better RGV picture of it. Yeah, Niall took a picture of this. Yep, see, RGV has a picture. That's basically what this is going to look like. Yeah. That's the basic idea. This is what I was trying to draw yesterday. See, those red indicators right there are these respective pieces, see? Yeah, that RGV picture over here is exactly what I'm talking about. – 9 a.m. Central Time for me. Shout out to all the Iowa folks in chat. Hey, Zeb. Corn. Just shut up, chat. Shut up. Pork. Corn and pork. Okay, cool. Right on. Ernok's from Iowa, you know. Activating the sleeper cell. No. I like corn and pork. Don't get me started on the copious amounts of pork. Fish. That's the thing. That was a hook. Everybody thinks, oh, corn, gotta be Iowa, right? No. Pork. Pork is what comes from Iowa. Not a lot of people know that. I know that because people from Iowa told me. That's about it, and we got it. Yeah, all right, man. All right, sounds good. I do like pork. I do like bacon. This sticker is dangerous and obstructive, but I do like Fig Newtons. Steak too. Oh yeah? All right, cool, sweet. So anyway, that's how I think this whole thing's gonna go together. Actually, let me look at the pre-RGB flyby picture. Where did Niall actually get this stuff? Where did he find those pictures? Oh, those are the plate. That's the plate. So these are the sound suppressing piece that came in, right? Those are the suppressor pieces. The water jets, right? Those are the Rainbirds for the that we saw Mary take a picture of the other day. Oh man, I wish we'd seen those from the side. If I'd known those were placed like that, yeah. That would have. Are you saying Niall nailed it? Don't do that, Bob. Don't do that. Let's build it. Yeah. Any photo requests? If you could get a picture of this 1988 Toyota, I'd be very happy. But any parts of that stuff would be good. Smaster. I'm gonna be that guy from now on, aren't I? I'm that guy. I don't care. It's funny. I think it's funny. That's what counts. From now on, you won't. Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You can't pick up chicks in a tank, but you could pick up chicks in a super single Peterbilt. Yeah, baby. Look at that super single up there. That's a beast. Monster. Wait a minute. Yeah, 2 corner pieces got delivered. There's another one over there. Holy balls, dude. Look at how thick, boy, that stuff is. Wow. Triple Chair. He's carrying a tandem, it looks like, but I'm not sure what this is, to be honest with you. It looks like a tandem, but it's not. Dude, look at their solution to reinforcing this. Just get an I-beam and weld it to the side. That'll reinforce it. It's fine. It's a dolly that spreads out the load. Yeah. We saw a truck pop in with a dolly up front the other day, Contra, but is this one out back doing anything? They do call them Jeeps. Yeah, that's what they're called, stationary. Yeah, that's right. That's what chat was telling me about yesterday. Also, Dodge Ram. Yep. See, triangulate your load. Smart. Dude, what a freaking monster. You know how heavy that thing is? The dolly up front is the Jeep, and the dolly out back is the Stinger. Oh, right on, man. Joe, you're more of a K-Whopper 900 rather than a Pete. Only for one reason, the clutch. I hate the Pete clutch pedal. Yeah, that's fair. Probably a legal thing, just certain amount of weight per axle. Yeah, probably. About half of my mom. That cell phone. What a monster. Maybe they decoupled the G because the concrete slab can take more load per square unit. Yeah, maybe. Oh, look at that. What's the back thing called? Oh, okay, Tessa. The Stinger. Look at how it's attached. It's not attached on a pivot. It's attached on. It's fixed. See what I'm talking about? See that piece right there? It's fixed. That's. Oh no, it's pivot. It's got to be on a pivot, but it might be like a structural pivot. Am I stupid? Probably. So the Stinger does articulate, but it's definitely structural. Interesting. That's super cool, dude. I love the machine that builds the machine, guys. You know that. You're right on all three accounts. Oh, all right. That's pretty cool. There is a pivoting bit. The thing about this is that, okay, so the Stinger has the pin down here, right? It's down here, and the trailer has a top piece that's pushing down on the Stinger. So it is structural. That makes it pivot. There's a fifth wheel, but the fifth wheel is down low. Fifth wheel, so to speak. I can see, yeah, I see how that's all working. That's cool. That is carrying load then if the trailer is pushing down on the Stinger. That's cool. This is super interesting stuff. Also 1988 Toyota. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, see? This is coming from Lewis Nags, who is doing a 3D render of this. Like, once again, guys, I think that these pieces, they're going to flip them over and they're going to put them on this thing. And then on top of this, you're going to basically create a circular plate. We just got a 5-axle lowboy this summer. I'm a little jelly, Apollo. You want an 88 Toyota? Yeah. You got something very similar to it, man. Fix the friggin' thing. You jerkweed. 3D render easy to import into KSP. You want an M917A3? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a Mac, baby. All right. Look at this thing. Oh, yeah, fish. Now we're talking. An M916, you don't want that? Oh. Oh, that's good too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Gotta love those Swedish trucks. Yeah, they're great. Yep. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, see, there's the truck, there's the dolly, trailer, and then the stinger in the back. See how it's like a solid pivotable connection almost? That's not the right way to say that, but yeah, there you go. I'm sure you don't want a Humvee. 2004 AM General M109, M1097A2. 3,200 bucks. All right. Oh, SpaceX just posted this. What's up to? What are they up to? So they just posted this. In addition to the thousands, more than 10,000 of Starlink kits we are delivering in response to Hurricane Helene, the Starlink team and T-Mobile activated a direct-to-cell satellites to provide emergency alerts for all phones and carriers in the affected areas. The FCC has also rapidly approved emergency special temporary authority for coverage in Florida ahead of Hurricane Milton. We have now enabled basic texting SMS for those on T-Mobile phones in hurricane-affected areas. Cool. Text messages have already been sent and received. You can text loved ones, text 911, and continue to receive emergency alerts. If a phone connects to a Starlink satellite, it will have 1 to 2 bars of signal and show T-Mobile SpaceX in the network name. Users may have to manually retry text messages if they don't go through at first, as this is being delivered on a best effort basis. Service works best outdoors and occasionally works indoors near a window. That's cool, man. Good for them. Good stuff, dude. You love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it, dude. Works best outdoors. Texting in a hurricane. Yeah, nope. Shish. So, WD-40 made this pop up in my feed here. This is coming from Spectrum News 13, breaking news in Orlando. Florida man. Florida man. Don't hate? I didn't say nothing. I said Florida man. That ain't going nowhere. You got to make sure you tap it 2 times. That ain't going nowhere. Not gonna lie, I want an after picture. I kind of do too, because yeah, if that works, bruh. Oh, jeez. I haven't seen that video yet, Tessa. Is it really a terrible idea? I can't tell. I can't tell if that's like supposed to do that or not. Got to put a twist on them so they don't vibrate. Yeah, William, man, you might want to do that. If it's only staked down 6 inches, I'm pretty sure that's not doing anything, but I don't live in Florida either. All right. What is that, goalie? Dude, we watched that footage. It's crazy. The structure is missing triangulation. One was staked in concrete. It looks like, I mean, those pilings are going to have to go down a good ways if you really want them to hold it, you know? The solution here is to just make your house more aerodynamic. I swear, as a Florida boy, this is 100% a legit strat that people put big concrete anchors in to secure. Yeah, just open all the windows. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Aren't you supposed to open doors and windows? Oh, no, that's a tornado. Right? No, that doesn't sound right. Maybe? Yes, but no. It really depends on where. No. Where are those Iowa people at? You open the door in the tornado? That doesn't sound right. I've seen it so many times we even did it during one of the big storms. Well, you don't want a solid wall with wind. Yeah, see, that makes sense from an aerodynamic standpoint. That's Iowa, baby. Storm door. Huh. That's a myth. The wind can come in the house and lift the roof up. Only if you don't give it a place to go. If you open 2 doors in your house, you're alleviating... The pressure will go out as much as it can come in. It literally does not matter. Okay. Only if it's a small tornado. It doesn't really work with an F3 to 5. Got to keep it closed. Drag will slow it down. If you open 2 doors in your house, you'll now have lift. That's a good point. Interesting. It does not have any effect at all. All right. That sounds like a Mythbusters or something. But anyway, fellas, it's at 8 o'clock here. Let's switch back over to Satisfactory. This is some awesome updates. And guys, plate. I'm telling you, this plate. Can somebody... Do you think we can get an idea on how wide this thing possibly is? Real people climb into the attic during flooding. That's not even funny to say out loud. That's not funny at all. No, that's really, no. That's not smart. No, don't do that. Don't climb into the attic if it's flooding. You're gonna trap yourself in there. That's really stupid. Yeah, that's bad. Don't do that. But if they have a roof hatch, I don't know. Don't do that. The center hole should be 9 meters. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So once again, the pilings, Dreams, the reason why I keep bringing this up is because the pilings at where the retaining walls are on pad 2 at Starbase, they're 16 meters apart. So if we got 9 meters right there, and this thing is 16 meters apart, all I'm saying is that you could make one of those and you could set it down on the flame trench at 39A, and it's wide enough. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's got to be wider than 16. Fill of water for the deluge. Fill this thing with water? No, I don't think so. Oh, come on back now. Already got that. 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 All right, so if that lines up with that, and those line up with that, and those are the same lengths, that means 9 meters pretty much from like right here to right here. See, now I'm still wondering how they're going to move that dang plate. How are you going to move that plate to... How is that going to happen? Yeah, it's hard to say. What are you asking? Nothing pertaining to cranes so much, Goalie. I know there's a big telescoper right there. I'm thinking they're going to take this piece, flip it up and over. This right here will line up with this right here, or that one right there. I mean, I always thought that they shipped these pieces upside down. And, you know, they're going to, if that piece is like this, right, in this picture, if it's like this, they're going to take it, they're going to flip it over and put it down, you know? Can SBFTs go in the trench to place it? I don't know. It really depends on how deep it is. I'm just... Okay, my theory. This is a theory, guys. I don't have people telling me this stuff. I don't have people whispering in my ear. I don't have any source to say. I think that the flame trench at pad 2 at Boca Chica, or pad B at Boca Chica, is 16 meters wide because it's the exact same width as 39A. And I think that these plates, eventually, one of these will find its way to 39A so SpaceX can launch Starship at 39A. I think that's what's going on. But if this thing isn't 16 meters wide, how the heck is it going to get, how are they going to place it? How are they going to put it on in the flame trench? How are they going to do that? Does it slide inside? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Goalie, this thing, you're not going to lift that whole damn thing with a crane. Can the SBMT lift brackets be welded to the outside? That was my theory, Aqualex, that that's what they were going to do. They're going to put they're going to attach pieces to the side of this thing and roll in SBMTs, lift it up, and then basically do what the mobile launch or the crawler transporter does, but with SBMTs. You could lift it with 2 cranes. Yeah. Would you be able to lift it with 2 cranes? I guess. I mean, that's what they did with the first OLM, right? You know? Wait, why not? They lifted tower segments, dude. I think these are a little bit heavier. That thing is a little bit heavier than the tower segment. But what do I know? Anyway, it's 8 o'clock, guys. That's going to do it for Space News. We'll talk more about this during Raptor Side Chat tomorrow. So, once again, guys, tomorrow the schedule's going to change a little bit. I'm doing the Raptor Side Chat at 3 p.m., okay? I think that's what it was. Hold on. And it's going to be a 60-minute show with a preview of the launch every day. I'm doing that for NSF, but that will be cast here on Twitch as well. It's usually 2 p.m. Central. What crawlers do I have in the area? Is the 11,000 over there? I think so, yeah. You're sorted for cinema cameras for Sunday. All right. Cool. So we're going to do that tomorrow instead of Space News. I'll do the Raptor Side Chat and probably do a small Space News here on the end. And then we'll play games throughout the rest of the night. we're eating into the video game time during the day, and I'm trying to find a good balance between video games and space stuff. So if we're moving space news earlier for the Raptor side chat at NSF, right, we'll do that, and then we'll probably end space news. Basically, I'm moving space news into the first slot, and the slot where we normally do space news, we're going to be playing games. So if you're here for space news and space news only, be here a little bit earlier, okay? They renamed Raptor side to Countdown to Launch for this week. Yeah, they did do that, and I knew that, Skeleton, but Raptor side chat. Sears Tower. What do you want? Anyway, so we are going to switch back over to Satisfactory. Once again, I'm going to stop the YouTube stream just momentarily, fellas, so you guys can, so the VODs are broken up correctly for space news and whatnot. But if you're on Twitch, just give me a second. Give me like 5 minutes and we'll switch over to Satisfactory. So thanks for watching Space News, the Eric Johnson Space and Rocket Review. You two girls, tell your friends, Space and Rocket Review. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Countdown to Raptor Side launch chat. Or something. I don't know. See you guys then. I'll be back here gaming in about 5 minutes.